Hello everybody, here is another video game video of my collection. More games that I found at Mr. Deals in Albany, New York. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. It's a smaller video, but we got some, games that I had in my collection I found, and then a game that I got for free because I do a lot of business with the guys, so it was nice of them. But the first game in the collection that I got was Hardball 95. Hardball 95 for the Sega Genesis, of course, complete in box. And the pretty cool thing about this game, as far as what came with it, was a flyer. I remember this when I was a kid. The Batter Up system. There's a little insert for it. If you guys remember Batter Up for the Genesis and Super Nintendo, made by Sports Sciences. But I wanted this so bad. I never had it, but I wanted this as a kid so I could hit the ball, with a bat instead of the controller. They show, kids chilling in the living room or whatever with the baseball bat. So that was pretty cool. Nice little advertisement that came with the game. But, another decent game in the Hardball series from Accolade. And I love these cartridges. They were different than the original Genesis cartridges as far as the way they looked. So you can see, the ridges up top. Accolade was pretty good with that. They actually made cartridges like this. But anyway, without further ado, on the back, it says, I'll just show you again over here what we got as far as that goes. But you got a new season. Hardball 95 is the most realistic baseball game ever. This year we included new player animations and realistic player cards. We made it more strategic. Trade Maddox straight across from McDowell. Follow the chase for the batting title with Gwynner Bonds, and to top it all off, we even made it more challenging with a stronger computer opponent. Watch Dykstra and Gonzalez make Gold Glove stops or see pitchers try to pick off Molitor and Lofton leaning from first. The bottom line is that Hardball 95 is as close to the real thing as you'll get. So step up, dig in, and think of fastball because it's a whole new ball game. And this one's for the pennant. And then it says a whole new ball game. Official MLBPA license with 700 real players and 94 stats. Player editor lets you modify player stats, attributes, even pitch selections. League leaderboard with the top 10 players in 20 statistical categories. All 28 big league ballparks with authentic dimensions and designs. And then the new stuff that comes in there, it says new player for player trades. New ballpark graphics with variable field conditions. New, tougher computer opponent now attempts pickoffs, anticipates pitches, and more. New, more calls, more excitement from Emmy Award-winning sportscaster Al Michaels. New, more frames of animations give batting, fielding, and pitching a smoother, more realistic look. And new, 24 meg cart with battery backup to save stats for all 700 player standings, trades, and highlights. So there's Hardball 95 for the Sega Genesis. Next game is the Gold Edition Triple Play. It was the last Triple Play game for the Sega Genesis. As you can see, and obviously, here's some pictures on the back. Kind of looks like World Series Baseball by the Genesis as far as the animations of the batter. And like always, it is complete and boxed. On the back, think you're the best, prove it. The pitcher's playing some chin music tonight, but there's no way you're backing off the plate. The harder he throws it, the farther it's going. Bring it on, because there's more than one way to prove it. Triple Play Gold Edition, the ultimate judge of baseball competition. As far as the graphics go, they say defy gravity to deny the single. Being good isn't good enough. Sometimes you have something to prove. Zoom in to watch it leave the park. Analyze the 95 stats to get your best team on the field. Don't lead off too far unless you're a pro. New features, Pro Mode, the Ultimate Challenge, new pitching control interface, and then updated for the 96 season. 1996 opening day rosters and schedules, 1995 player stats from Stats Incorporated, enhanced gameplay and AI. Options, Manager Exhibition, All-Star Playoff Championship, and full or partial season play, up to 4-way multiplay, draft, trade, and create players, 2 batting views, aggressive or conservative plays. And the detail, 28 customized stadiums, MLBPA license, over 700 big league players, hot and cold streaks, injuries, collisions, diving catches, 24 meg cart with a 32K battery. So Triple Play Gold Edition. Okay, now, this is not the original case. You would have seen up here a EA insignia like etched into the case. The case that they had was broken, wouldn't shut, so they just switched the case for me. So that's as close to complete, really, the original as you can get. But it's not, unfortunately, it's not the correct one. All right, the next game we got is South Park Chef's Love Shack for the N64. Okay, by Acclaim. Again, it's complete and everything else. Pretty easy stuff here. It's one big multiplayer lovin'. All your favorite South Park characters are waiting for you at Chef's Love Shack, spreading the hot buttered game lovin' with dozens of crazy mini games, testing your South Park knowledge with outrageous trivia questions and telling it like it is with insane sound bites. And then the in-game graphics here, it says all the multiplayer lovin' you can stand, a sweet party mix of South Park mini games, authentic voices from South Park, including Isaac Hayes as Chef, and Beefcake, Beefcake, Beefcake. So, South Park Chef's Love Shack N64 version. There it is. Next game we got is a sealed copy of NBA Live 97 for the Sega Genesis. It even has the original $59.99 sticker on it when it first came out, which I thought was pretty cool. It is a sealed copy. As you can see the plastic right here and on the back with Mitch Richmond on the cover. Live 97, the best Genesis basketball game of all time, says GamePro magazine. NBA Live is where players come to play. Real NBA competition, real NBA skills and strategy. Real players, like you, right? And then it says new larger players, run with the Bulls, 2-on-2 and 3-on-3 half-court games for new games, 3-point and shootout competitions. It shows Reggie shoots from downtown, LJ Houston and Ewing go 3-on-3 with the Celtics. Shaq goes to the rack, Penny takes it strong, Stoudemire freaks the D with devastating moves. And then it says it's all here. Action, new reverse play-ups and dunks, plus crossover dribbles, alley-oops, tip slams, and behind-the-back passes. Unrivaled multiplayer competition with up to 4 players. New manual steal controls. Strategy, new player lock feature lets you play as a player of your choice all the time. On-the-fly play calling, including quick plays, intentional fouls, and double teams. Over 60 offensive plays and 10 defensive sets. Realism, new 1996-97 updated rosters, including rookies and over 300 NBA stars. All 29 NBA teams plus 2 NBA All-Star and 4 custom teams. Complete stats and ratings for all players plus stat tracking during series play. Create, edit, trade, and release players. Exhibition playoffs and full 1996-1997 NBA schedule season play. And it also boasts that only Live has Shaq, as you can see right there. I don't know if you can read it. Only Live has Shaq. Boom. NBA Live 97 sealed copy for the Genesis. Next game I got, NCAA Final Four 2000 from 989 Sports to the PS1. Okay, you can see that there. More than 300 Division I teams from 31 conferences. Coach Herrick offers professional insight. Get all the big rivalries. Box out and use your D. Up and in with a sweet finger roll. Knock down the 3 from outside. Take it to the rack with authority. New playbooks and 8i designed with help from Georgia head coach Jim Herrick. New motion capture animations from Duke alum Tarajan Langdon. New touch shooting lets you feel the realism in every shot. New ESPN's Quinn Buckner with play-by-play and analysis. New realistic player models with enhanced 3D graphics. New authentic collegiate fight songs and crowd chants. So you got NCAA Final Four 2000 for the PS1. Okay. Next game we got is, I don't have the game for it. They had the original box, which is tough to find, so I'm just going to grab the game off eBay or Amazon or something. But it's the original top big box of NFL Game Day, the first NFL Game Day that Sony created for the PS1. So you can see it. There is no game. I have to get the game separate. Shouldn't be that hard. I got this for free. The guy just gave me the box. Mr. Deals, again. Guys, go there if you're in the Massachusetts, Albany area, or New York area, I should say, even Vermont, Connecticut area. Drive up to Albany. It's worth it. He's got a ton of stuff. And here's the thing. He's got a ton of stuff that most video game players would actually use and play or want to collect. See, I was very, 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 very bland as far as my video game collection goes. For the bigger systems, I only played sports and like Sonic games. That was it, as you can see. For like the original Game Boy, once we do the original Game Boy videos, when I get that stuff done, you're going to see some RPGs in there and some stuff you wouldn't think of. But for the PlayStation and onward, it was pretty much, pretty easy stuff. So I just collect sports and which is what I had, huge sports fan, and, some other stuff. But Dave Winding from Dimension Publishing says, forget what you played before. NFL Game Day for the Sony PlayStation is the most realistic game of football I've ever played. All 30 NFL teams and over 1,500 real NFL players. You're quarterbacking the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. You're down by 4 and you're on your own 35 with 57 seconds left on the clock. You hit Michael Irvin down the left sideline and he scampers for 32. The clock's running. You take the snap and hit Jay Novacek in the flat and he rambles for 20. First and 10 on the 13 with 22 ticks left to play. Can you make Super Bowl history? It says San Francisco's West Coast offense in high gear. Junior Seau sets his sights on the Raiders' Harvey Williams. Junior Seau, rest in peace. Marshall Faulk explodes outside against the Patriots. Barry Sanders bursts up the middle for a huge gain. So this still has Barry Sanders in it. Franchise features game day play modes, preseason, regular season playoffs, and the Super Bowl. Team management, trade players and sign free agents to create your own NFL dynasty. Realistic NFL action, players rendered in true 3D. Hurdles, stiff arms, swim moves, diving catches, jukes, spins, forearm shivers, speed bursts, diving tackles, injuries, and more. Real player attributes, players' abilities based on their real stats and are scaled to actual height and weight. All 30 NFL fields, different stadiums with NFL team logos and painted end zones on the real turf with CD quality sound and 4 dynamic playing perspectives. Complete stat tracking, track stats for over 1,500 real NFL players for an entire season. So here you go, the original NFL Game Day big box version for the PlayStation 1. Now, there's a couple of things left. The first thing is a complete in-box Game Boy Advance. Now, I bought a Game Boy Advance SP off of some kid like a million years ago, and I always wanted the original box for it. So he didn't have the original box, he just had the original version of the Game Boy Advance, and I said to myself, you know what, I'll just grab it. I'll grab it, you know, and then I'll probably sell my SP or something because I have the box right here, but on the back it says Game Boy Advance, Game Boy powers up. Game Boy Advance, pick it up and feel the power of the most advanced handheld gaming system ever in an eye-popping portable package. With a bigger screen, more colors, bolder graphics, and digitized stereo sound, it's not just new, it's a new generation. Get set for an all-new generation of games powered by the world's first 32-bit handheld. Plays all the Game Boy and Game Boy Color games you already own. New widescreen format with higher resolution and more color for dazzling detailed graphics. Use a Game Link cable to link up with other Game Boy Advance systems and play 4-player games on 4 different screens. Excuse me. Game Boy Advance Game Link cable sold separately. And then it says on specially designed games, the Game Boy Advance can be connected to the Nintendo GameCube to exchange data for use as a supplemental game screen and input device. In the games they feature on the back, there's Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Metroid Fusion, and Golden Sun. And we're going to open up the box. I think this will be pretty interesting to see because it's the first time I've opened this box since I bought it. So here's the Game Boy Advance system. Regular purple, I think. Yeah, it looks like it's beaten the hell a little bit, but not the end of the world. Still okay. Okay, Game Boy Advance. Then it comes with the original packaging, instruction booklets, I imagine. What do we got here? We got we got a million of these things. These precaution booklet in different languages, precautions booklet, this other thing, consumer thing. Is that it? Yeah, that's. Oh no, and it came with something else. Subscribe to Nintendo Power and receive a free gift pamphlet. What's the free gift? Oh, Nintendo Power Advance headphones. That's pretty cool. Oh no. One of 2 great gifts. The latest issue of Nintendo Power Advance, which includes a Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2 strategy guide, or a pair of Nintendo Power Advance headphones. Whatever. I mean, there's a pamphlet that came with it, so I'm going to throw all this stuff back in the box. So there you go. I got a Game Boy Advance system, complete in box. I think it's missing a few other things. You know, like there might have been other pamphlets or whatever inside, but it is what it is. Next thing I got, pretty basic, is a PSP box with stuff inside because I bought a PSP off the same kid and never had the box for it. So this is pretty cool. Let me see what's inside here. Oh, it came with a carrying case. Nice. Sampler disc for PSP Volume 1. Instruction manual. It's a gigantic instruction manual. It's like 1 million pages long. Look how thick that is. Then we got Spider-Man 2 Full-length movie. Huh. Look at that. It came with a full-length movie. The box did. Works for me. I got this little whatever this is. PSP quick reference guide. Okay. And then we got, yeah, it came with all the flyers. This is PlayStation Underground. I remember when they had, for the PS1, this PlayStation Underground stuff. We got another flyer in yellow. I don't know what this is. Important technical information. A little carry case for a game or movie, I imagine. And then a guide to video game ratings. The Entertainment Software Rating Board. So, pamphlet. So that's all there. What's this? I don't know what this is. Works warning. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. This is the first time I opened this up since I bought it. Didn't know it came with a full movie. That's pretty sick. It's a pretty decent deal. I just got the box. I think I got charged like $10, and it ends up coming with a movie for it. So, and I needed the box anyway, so that's pretty cool. So I got a Sony value pack. Oh, it says include limited edition package includes Spider-Man 2 movie plus game, music, movie, video sample. Just can't even see that. It says it right here. But that's pretty cool in the sense of I just bought the box and I got all that stuff with it, so that's nice. So there's a PSP box. Then I got a original Sony PlayStation 1 box. I already had one, but it wasn't the correct one. Okay, as you can see here. And then it has different games on the back advertised. This isn't the original one because obviously Shootout 98, Face Off 98, MLB 98, they're all on here. And Crash Bandicoot 2's on here, Jet Moto 2's on here. I think this came out in 98, I want to say. Well, obviously due to the sports games, duh, but, or 97. But anyway, this takes place of the DualShock box I have because I don't have the DualShock controller when I got my PS1 system again. I just have the original controller. And the last thing he threw in for me, which is pretty cool because I bought a TV from him, for the 3DO John Madden Football. Okay, now this was a game specifically designed for the 3DO system. I don't have a 3DO, but he had some box games at the store. I saw this. I said I'm going to grab it because eventually I will be buying a 3DO. We'll do videos on that later when I finally get one. But here are the graphics on the back. It looks pretty cool. And I remember my friend having a 3DO when I was in like 6th grade, 7th grade. And this is before his friend's dad bought the... My friend's dad bought the 3DO, but then he ended up buying a PlayStation, and I don't know what he did with the 3DO, but I remember having 3DO with a golf game. I don't think he had Madden, but on the back, there's a picture. It says, join Madden in the broadcast booth for all-new CD audio commentary. This is what it's all about. Battle your way to the Super Bowl with the most realistic-looking version of Madden yet. Fully digitized players compete in a 3D-rendered stadium. Over 100 authentic video clips of the NFL's greatest moments. From way up in the blimp to right down on the field, you control the zoom and tilt of the new instant replay camera. Last time I used the swim and he got me with the big flipper. This time, no swims, no spins, nothing but the bull rush up the gut. Get him on his heels and just keep driving. Paws up and swatting. And any defensive end from the NFL. That's a quote from any defensive end from the NFL. EA Sports, John Madden, and the NFL team up to create a new version of John Madden Football designed specifically for the 3DO interactive multiplayer. You get the proven gameplay of the best-selling 16-bit football game of all time, all new digitized graphics, CD-quality sound, and over 100 authentic video highlights from NFL films. So suit up and experience the only game that delivers real NFL action. Everything that made Madden #1. NFL license means real teams, real team logos, plus the Super Bowl. Over 100 plays, including man-in-motion and audibles. Over 1,300 individual player ratings, 38 great teams, 28 1993 NFL teams, 8 greatest NFL teams since '72, 2 all-Madden teams. And new features for the 3DO, over 100 authentic NFL films, video clips, new instant replay with user-controlled zoom and tilt, network TV-style graphics, fully digitized player animations, 3D rendered fields and stadium, CD-quality Madden commentary. The NFL never looked so good. So this is the last game of the video, 3DO John Madden. More videos are to come. I got some games coming on the way. I found some off of Amazon, but we're still getting there. You know, there's probably 15 Genesis games I'm missing now. There's only 2 original Game Boy games I'm missing. I want to say about 10 Saturn games. I want to say about 20 PlayStation 1 games, and the biggest one is the N64. I'm missing probably 30 to 35 of those. So, you know, I'm going to be still doing these videos. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, any comments, leave them down in the comment section. Anything I can be doing better. I did buy a video camcorder, so I'm going to start using that as soon as I can figure out how to upload videos from the camcorder to the actual computer, because I don't think it came with a USB cable, which is retarded. But I got to figure that out at some point. But then I'll be using the camera to try to make it more, you know, instead of using a webcam on a PC, but it'll try to make it look more professional and everything else. And I'll be doing this guy. His name's Finn Gamer. I love him to death. He's from Finland. His videos are awesome. He uses a camcorder in such a way where you hear his voice, you don't see him. And he does it. It's crisp and it's great. And subscribe to his channel if you're a huge video game fan. Subscribe to his channel. He's awesome. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.